Now, each way Albo decided that even when there was a government reshuffle, even when supposedly the Canberra Press Gallery is obsessed with the end of this government, he couldn't get his ass in front of a camera because he's too busy researching his Zoom speech for the Labor Party conference coming up later in the week. So he decided to tweet his disapproval. No doubt he'll change his mind and say the exact opposite thing in 7 days. Remember, each way Albo. Shuffling the deck won't change the bad hand that the Morrison government is dealing Australians. Oh, zing, zing, zing. He's pumped up too because Labor is still in front when it comes to the Newspoll, 52-48. But the best asset for the government is the Prime Minister. It was at the last election. It is going into the next one. Now, for all those fair weather friends who were there during the days after the miracle win saying, I always knew it would happen, who are all the ones that are bagging them right now, look at this number. The Prime Minister is still way in front of the alternative. Yes, down 4%, but still, more than half of the country say that he is the preferred Prime Minister. Albo, less than a third of the country says that he is there, and the undecided number is good because it means they can go back to the PM rather than being won over at this point by Albo. And don't get me started about the Canberra Press Gallery, because would anyone be surprised that Peter Hartcher at the Channel 9 newspapers thinks that the government can't win the next election? Is anyone surprised that Laura Tingle's little side job of the article that she gets in the Financial Review says the government can't win the next election, and everyone sitting around having a circle jerk on Channel 2 also says there's no way they can win the next election?
What is quite clear is that there is an acute problem which is quite pronounced at this stage in the Liberal Party. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen in other political parties because I live on Earth, but in the Liberal Party where these sorts of behaviours. It's absolutely clear.
I think what else can go wrong for Scott Morrison every day, and then every day pretty well it seems something else does. So I think this is going to be a continuing problem for the government.
And if he continues to leave people inside the tent who are clearly not behaving very well, then he will wear the consequences.
All these people said that they couldn't win last time. They were all wrong. As I have shown you multiple times, regardless of whether it is Team Red or Team Blue, whoever is leading when it comes to preferred leader ends up winning thumping victories. It happened for Palaszczuk, it happened for McGowan, it's going to happen for Goodwin in Tasmania, and it will happen for Scott Morrison coming into the next election. So yes, the media noise can be as loud as possible, but the quiet Australians, they know what's on the line. Remember, the Greens told you yesterday, 700% renewables. Bill Shorten was rejected when it was 50% renewables. The Greens, of course, will be the tail that wags Albo's dog, and they can pretend that they're a small target, that they're the 21st century version of a 20th century government. You know all that stuff. But the reality does not change.